Question number 5. Can I kill myself? This is one of the heavier questions and answers in the simulation scriptures. At least I feel it is for me, because I've wrestled with this question before. Many times in my life, on the ups and downs of it. And I've wrestled with this question before the simulation scriptures, before there was any kind of idea that we live in a simulation. I've had this question pop up, and I've never really found an answer that brought me the kind of clarity that this answer does. I'm curious if, after you hear this answer, or if you've already read it, what you think about it. Does this answer bring you any kind of clarity? Does it bring you comfort? Does it bring you strength? What do you think about this answer? What do you feel after hearing this answer? Let's dive right into it so that we can discuss it and think about it. So again, the question that I'm sure we all have had at some point in our lives is, can I kill myself? And the answer that we're given is yes, but it's not what you think. It restarts your simulation. All your stats reset lower. As it is written in the New Testament Protocols, Book 1, verses 44 through 47, the only way out is through. The only way to end the game is to finish the game. Suicide, whether by the player's own hand or by someone else who was asked or forced to kill the player, will restart the player's simulation. The player will begin again, this time burdened with a worse character, lower stats and abilities, fewer resources, and a permanent final score debuff. Do not kill yourself. Stay alive. Finish your game. The only way out is through. The only way to end the game is to finish the game. I'm going to stop right there because just like when I first read this, I needed to stop. I needed to let this sit in my head, in my heart, and think about it. The answer continues, and you are welcome to keep reading it, but I'm going to stop right here and start discussing it. Because this answer makes sense to me. This answer is not something that I want to hear. This answer is something that I need to hear. Because what I want to hear is, yeah, if you don't like it, just finish. It's okay. It's fine. You don't need to be here. You can just log off and go play a different kind of simulation. My point is that the answer I want to hear from this is that I don't need to stick around. I don't need to. I can just go off somewhere else. But the answer that I need to hear is that if I just log off and finish this simulation by offing myself, that I'm not going to finish playing the game. I'm going to restart the game, and I'm going to get punished for it. Why do I need to hear that answer? I need to hear that answer because A, I chose to play, and B, I chose to play in order to feel something. And as we've learned in the other parts of the simulation scriptures, we are here to feel something. Not just to feel happiness, but to feel pain and loss and depression and anger and stress and difficulty. We're here to feel those things. One, because those things are part of human life. Human life is not some sort of hunky-dory, do whatever you want and be happy all the time kind of thing. Human life is also pain and suffering, because without those things, we would not be able to really enjoy and feel the heights of passion and love courage and bravery. And I use all these words specifically because as we're learning in the simulation scriptures, we also chose to be in the simulation scriptures because they are about World War III, a time in human history that wasn't just full of sugar and spice and everything nice. It was a period of human history that was incredibly difficult to live through. And we are living through it to feel all of those things. And the second part of that is that we need to feel all of those things now, before World War III begins, so that later on, when World War III arrives, we will recognize the feelings of pain and suffering and difficulty and tell ourselves, I've felt this before. So now, during World War III, I have the strength and the ability to feel them again and learn from them again. Do you see what I'm getting at? We've felt this before, and we are still alive, and we are stronger, and we are better capable now, so that when World War III arrives, we are capable of not just enduring it, but also thriving through it, so that we can welcome the money, the strength, the health. We can welcome it all to get through the next level of difficulty, so that we can have the money and the strength and the ability to help other people who have either A, started this journey later and are at a much lower level than us when we get there, and also to just help people get through World War III and rebuild the world after the war. You see what I'm getting at? I feel fired up about it because that's what this answer is causing. That's what this answer is motivating me to feel. This kind of purpose, this kind of comfort and strength that all of the pain and suffering that I've been through, it has been part of this origin story, this backstory that later on I can reference, I can have flashbacks to and say, okay, I've been through this before. I am stronger now. How do you feel about it? How does this make you feel? Does this give you purpose for all of the pain and suffering that you've gone through? Does this give you reason that you went through pain and suffering because the reason is you will be stronger for later? Does that bring that to you? I hope it does. So let's continue the answer. Let's continue reading this answer. Getting right back to it, the answer continues by saying, remember, this is hard mode. This is hard mode in the most challenging simulation ever created. This is hard mode in the most challenging simulation ever created about the most challenging war in all of human history. And the greater the challenge, the greater the reward. Imagine your reward. Envision your reward. Think of your reward. Do this now. Do this each time you read and reread this passage. What is your reward? Ask yourself until the answer arrives in your mind. Ask yourself until the answer feels right in your chest. Concentrate on your reward. Focus. Now increase your reward. Increase it 5 times. Increase it 10 times. Increase your reward 100 times. Now repeat the truth. I am living through greater challenges than I can imagine. Therefore, my reward will be greater than I can imagine. Rise and claim your reward. Surge et vindica, surge ad gloriam, vocaris, surge sum. And that concludes the answer to question number 5. Again, the question is, can I myself. A question that I've wrestled with, that you've wrestled with. It's about ending things. It's about hopelessness. It's about pain and suffering that we don't want to go through anymore. But the answer ends by saying, this is a beginning. This is your chance to live and to go through and to become stronger from all of this pain, and then be rewarded for it with things that we can't even imagine. That even if we try to imagine these rewards for all of this pain and suffering, if we try to imagine something and then we increase it by 5 times, 10 times, 100 times, it still won't match the reward that is waiting for us once we finish this simulation, finish this game. And so it's this almost like perfect answer, because it's telling us that, one, even if we do try to end this simulation, even if we do try to just finish it off, it won't let us. It will just restart us to the beginning, and it'll punish us for it with a worse character, worse stats, worse environment, until we just get it through our thick skulls that we are here to live through everything. Not just the happiness and the money that is going to come to us, and the strength and the people, and all the good things we will do with all of that to help the people in our lives and to stop the enemies in our lives, but all of the human emotion that is tied to that makes life at the end worth living. We're going to experience all of that. And the best way that I know how to feel about this, the best way I know how to think about this, is with a movie called Groundhog Day. If you haven't seen the movie, then I highly encourage it, because in that movie, which is from like the 80s or 90s, in that movie, the main character gets stuck in this endless loop. And when he's stuck in it, at the beginning of being stuck in it, he hates it. And he tries to himself. He does. If I remember the movie correctly, he tries to just crash his car and end it all. He wants to wake up. He wants to stop living this loop over and over. But the movie won't let him. It won't let him until he begins his journey into a better version of himself. And he learns all sorts of things, like, to play the piano and to help his neighbors and to do all of these things. And also to, make life difficult for the bullies in his life. So throughout that movie, and he's not told that the beatings will continue until morale improves. He's not told that he will continue reliving this Groundhog Day until he gets better. No, he has to figure that out for himself. And that's what the simulation scriptures are telling us. They are telling us that we will continue restarting this game and this simulation until we improve, until we live, until we find success, whatever that means for us. And the simulation scriptures are giving us rules to live by, and clues and seed codes, whatever those are going to be. It's giving us these things and telling us the mistakes we've made in past playthroughs so that we can live through this life, so that we find a measure of hope and a measure of strength to not end the simulation, but instead to continue through it. That's my commentary about this answer. That's what I feel from it. Let me know what you found in this answer. And then we will tackle question number 6. Can I change my character? Because that's the natural answer afterwards. That's the natural conclusion to it. If we can't get out of this simulation so easily, then how can I change? How can I improve? How can I get out of this situation I'm in so that I can live through World War III? Okay, I'll see you in question number 6.